Here we have the relationship card. This is Laura. Laura is a fellow hooper. She is on a swing. She's holding a hoop somewhere fabulous. Relationship to your hoop, your flow, yourself, and to others. So, to your hoop, it could be to anything that lights you up, to anything that is important to you, right? To your flow, how do you find flow? How do you find that space where you're moving through life in a really present, easeful, open way, right? For some of us, that's hooping. For some of us, that's walking in the woods, floating in a pool. I'm looking forward to summer for that. Finding your flow, relationship to yourself, right? Like, how do I navigate? How do I nourish my relationship to myself and others, right? So I woke up this morning and was missing my family. A lot of my family lives in Brazil. And I just, reached out I sent a couple of WhatsApp messages to a few of my cousins, and I had a call with another cousin, and it felt like I was there. If, I got the update, we call it in Portuguese, botar papo em dia, which means putting the talk in day, or like, catching up is another way. It's a really cute saying, but ultimately it means catching up. So we caught up, and it just felt like I was there. It felt really nourishing. It's an important relationship for me, and it just really filled my heart. So prioritizing those relationships with the things we love, with our flow, whatever that means for you, right? How do we bring ourselves present? How do we move through life, in that present, easeful, connected way, relationship to ourselves and to others, to the people in our lives that are important to us and that we want to nourish. I think this is especially important, say in this day and age. I sound so old when I say things like that, but like, technology has really changed how we live in the world. When I was thinking about this the other day, when I met my husband, I was 33. I had gotten my first phone, Nokia flip phone, my first cell phone, Nokia flip phone. I think it was gold or pink, I don't remember. A year before, so up until 32, like, I didn't have a cell phone. It was different. Like, we had to communicate more. Like, people on some level had to communicate more and be more clear, because if you were meeting somewhere, right, it's like, okay, let's meet at 2:00 at such and such a place. Like, once people were out of the house, you kind of didn't have a way to reach them, right? So it required more phone calls, there was more in-person relating. So this card also is bringing in that kind of like bringing a little bit of the old school back, like, nurturing those relationships in a more in-person, even hearing the voice. There's something about always texting where, it's quicker, like, you can't say as much, right? Like, a lot of my friends and I use Voxer, which is like an audio app. And there's something about it that just hearing the person's voice, it's like, it's important. And I feel like we're losing that. We can lose that a little bit. So relationship, prioritizing whatever aspect of that you need in your life, right? For me, if I don't hear people's voices, I start to feel a little lonely. So for me, it's important to hear the voice. With my daughter and my grandson, I want to see a video, not every day, but like, or like FaceTime, once a week or something, so that I can connect visually with, audibly, I think that's the word, through the hearing, through the sight. And then, of course, the physical. There's nothing that quite replaces that physical hug, the snuggle, the smell of the person, all of those things are really important. So that is what the relationship card is bringing to us today.